So before I start this video on how to save money, I want to make it very clear that it was very hard to save money by working 60-hour weeks. And that's how I did it. That's something I don't say in the video. I'm saying it now. Uh, I really work 60 hours a week by working 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. And I gave myself a limit of 2 years. I'm going to do that for 2 years. I'm going to save $25,000 net after paying off my student debt and paying off credit cards and car accident bills and all that kind of stuff. So 2 years, 60-hour weeks, 10-hour days, 6 days a week, average. And it was hard. It was honestly hard. So by no means am I saying this is easy. Especially if you have family that you have to take care of and they require time and attention. It's very hard. I am single. I have the freedom and ability to not respond or not have to obey anybody or respond to anybody. I am in complete control of my situation. I have nobody to attend to, and so in that way, it was easier. It was less difficult for me because I had that freedom of just working without having to worry about somebody telling me like, why you work so much, why you do this, why are you not spending time with me, why this and that, why do you not spend money on me, why, you know. So it was a journey that I completely planned out, and I understood what was ahead of it. And so I'm not saying that my experience is applicable to yours, so please take this video with a grain of salt. I may be explaining stuff like it's easy, but it really was not. Even for a single person that had control of the situation, it was difficult. I had to listen to a lot of motivational videos while working my normal job and then doing Postmates after work, and I would put on YouTube videos to listen to and motivate me to keep going and going. But what really kept me going was knowing that there was a deadline, there was a endpoint, it was calculated. I knew that if I work this much, I will get these results, and by the end of 2 years, I'm gonna have this amount of money. I underestimated how much I was gonna make, so by doing that, I ended up with more money than I actually wanted my goal to be. So that was good. So again, it's not completely easy as I make it out to seem. As you will see, I'm like just saying like, la la la. In reality, it was hard. I was not eating the best. I just really cared about getting in the hours, getting in the sleep, and eating as much food as my body requires. The energy, the quality of food was not the greatest, but I got the amount of energy I needed from the food. So this is probably the important part that you should consider and think about as you watch the video where I explain spreadsheets, very simple spreadsheets, very simple system. I had roommates again. I live with roommates, so that made it a lot simpler. And yeah, so let's continue to the video. Welcome to a video of how to save money. Please consider subscribing if you don't like the channel. After you see another video of mine, unsubscribe. But let's continue. Here we have a couple of spreadsheets I want to show you. Here's a spreadsheet that I got from Robert Kiyosaki's, I think it was his website or one of his videos, had it on his description. And I pretty much copied the format. And here we have on the top, pretty much my first job is Amazon, delivering packages for Amazon. Here's my income. Here's if you make money from other stuff, you can put it here. But I right now I just do Amazon deliveries. And then on the bottom part, you have your expenses per month. And for the most part right here, all we have is payment bills that are recurring every month. For example, my rent, my car insurance, cell phone bill, smog check, car registration. So all these numbers you see here are real. They're real numbers that I pay for my bills. And then after they're all added up, they go here. They are automatically added up through this equation that says equals sum of all this. So you can see this highlighted, and it adds up all of these. And then this monthly cash flow, it says right here, monthly cash flow, pretty much whatever's left after expenses, with this number right here, pretty much subtracts total income from expenses, or expenses from income. And then you take this number and then you put it on a separate spreadsheet, and this one's the one you're more actively focusing on. So you take that number right here. I edited the number, the leisure money. I call it the leisure and trading budget. This is the money that you have control over. So you can control this by just letting it, minimizing how much you spend. Here I have the groceries, and I have the fun activities, the going out, any random stuff that appears. So for example, I bought a course, not a course, I bought a chat room access to where you're trading. I went to Aldi grocery store like the first week. I went to Aldi grocery store this week, actually today, spent $70, Blaze Pizza. So and then it adds all of these up and subtracts it from the leisure money, and then you're left with this. So whatever you're left with this is what you save, whatever you want to do. And me for this year, I already reached my saving goal of saving 25,000. Last year, ended up saving a little bit more. Right now, probably like a little bit more over 30,000. And I'm not needing. I reached my goal of 25K to start trading in the stock market. And so with that, everything else, I'm less careful because I pretty much got what I wanted. Okay, so this is what you want to have on your phone. So if you have Google Docs, this is very helpful. You can open up, you can have it on your phone. And for instance, so I have it right here, my phone. I don't know if you can see. So if I go on my phone, it pulls up the different Excel sheets I have, and one of them is the monthly leisure budget. And and right there, when I add up something here, it's gonna pop up on my screen. So for example, if I put in here, so you can see already that here are my hands. I type in something. I type in whatever. I don't know what I put. See, and then I could delete it. So it saves it for you. And then enter. Boom, it erased. So you can control it from your phone. So everything you add here. So for example, let's say you went to the movies. You bought, it costed you $20 for the movies. So you put movies. Type in movies in the first part, movies, and the second part, it costs you $20. After you press the check mark, enter. See, it's subtracted from this amount, and then you're left with this. But of course, I didn't go to the movies. So yeah, so that's that. That's something that's useful. But first, you want to do, of course, this Excel sheet right here that helps you organize all your expenses. And the reason I didn't put leisure food and groceries here is because I have control over that a little bit more because I could decide, hey, I don't want to go out as much. And if you're just starting off, I would put it because then you limit yourself to how much you can spend. For me, I already reached my saving goal, so I'm giving myself leeway to spend a little bit more than I have to. So also an important thing I want to bring up is that this is very important. You want to have a reason why you're saving. For me, my reason was to have enough money to fund a trading account for stocks. And then I reached that, funded my account, and now I have a little bit more freedom to do whatever I want with the money that I do save up. And I could use that for investing in dividends instead of trading and so on and so. So find your reason, your purpose, why you would want to save money. And this video is helpful. If this video is helpful, leave a like in the bottom. So another important thing, so you want to have, the best way to save money is you want to have roommates. I have roommates. If you're asking yourself, how is it possible that I'm only paying $370 in rent? I have roommates. And I chose the worst part of the house to live in, which is the closet with my little friend, the boiler, the water heater. And it's good. There's a bed right there. There's hangers right there. There's a door right there. There's shelves behind me. A desk fits perfectly. So there's my bed. I don't make my bed. Sometimes I do. And it works out perfectly, That's all I need. I'm not a person that has a lot of stuff. Like, literally, that's all the clothes I have. Pants, shirts, and underwear. Socks and stuff, That's all I need. I learned that having a little bit of stuff is much better for me. Clears out my mind. Don't have to worry about all the clutter I have. Little side story, little sidetracking. I used to live with roommates, of course, in another apartment. And in that apartment, I did have a lot of stuff. I had probably like 5 times as much clothes as that, and other junky stuff around. And then the apartment burned. So the apartment burned, and I was forced pretty much to give it all away, to give it up. I gotta start all over, and that's okay. And I realized, hey, this is not bad. Like this, I'm actually liking not having that much stuff, and that's when I pretty much started to just not have too many things, and I'm okay with that. So first step number one, find yourself roommates that you're comfortable with, so you can split all of these things. You can split rent, you can split internet, you can split electricity and other bills, which are the primary cost of people who are living by themselves. They pay the rent by themselves, they pay the whole internet by themselves. So I'm lucky that, I'm paying very little for all these kind of things. So, gas is actually probably less this time. Now that I work pretty close, I could change that to like maybe $60 a month, Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the benefit of having roommates is you split a lot of things, and it comes a long way. The way I save money, I have a video. Check the description how I saved $30,000 in, I think I said 2 years. It's technically I saved $50,000 in 2 years, but I ended up paying off my student debt and credit card debt that I had for buying this laptop right here and getting in a car accident. So $2,000 in car accident, $3,000 in a laptop, $15K in debt, and putting $3,000 in my credit card for random reasons. But I ended up paying it off, so it's okay. So that's all I think I have for this video. So find roommates. To wrap it all up, find yourself roommates. Get the worst place of the house or apartment. Oh, actually, I didn't talk about this, but pay off your car, or not even, don't buy a car straight off the lot. Buy a car, a used car on Craigslist for $2,000. You can find a good car, a decent car that's used, that has 150,000 miles. I think I have a video on that, and I'll see if I can put it in the description. Um, so yeah, I actually do have a video on that, and I'll put it in the description. Check it out. Um, so yeah, should I start again? Rent, roommates, pay off, buy a car that's used. Uh, what else? Don't eat out. I mean, eat out once in a while, but mostly eat in. Um, what else? Work overtime. Try to condense, your time into your work into time. So what I mean by that is, if you can get more than full time in a year, fit it in the year. You could cram as much hours in a day as you can, and it's easy if you are, of course, single. And if you have family, it's a little bit hard because you have to spend time with them. I understand. For me, it was easy. It was something I planned all of this. This was all something I set up for myself. Like, hey, I'm gonna try to stay single. Try to just work as much as I can for 2 years, and keep my expenses out. Don't go out, and save it up for a reason, right? The reason is I want to learn to be a good day trader, and eventually lead up to, you know, being good at it, so that I quit my job, and then I can start doing real estate sales, and yeah. I mean, I like my job that I have right now. Honestly, it's a good job. Amazon deliveries, and I don't mind it. I would just probably do less of it if I do get good at day trading. So who knows? It's a journey right now. It's a journey that I'm still discovering. And yeah, that's all I have for this video. That's what I did. Check the description for the videos on how I save 30K and how to find yourself a car on Craigslist. And that's all. Subscribe to the video. Consider subscribing, and unsubscribe if you don't like the next video that comes up. And voila. Bye bye.